He yells a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he's like the second favorite. If I had to make a guess. I know he's very popular.
So far, I don't see it, but this is just first personality introduction.
Sure, but your favorite character is the principal, so I mean,
yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are back with episode 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen, Small Fry and Reverse Retribution. How about you go ahead and tell us what happened last time?
Last time was the meet. Well, it wasn't. It was supposed to be the meeting between the two school principals, but we never actually got to see the Jujutsu Tech principal. Instead, it was a conversation between Gojo and the principal, with Gojo basically being like, "Hey, there's unregistered curses attacking. People are getting more powerful. You might have a fight coming up." And the guy's like, "Oh, bring it on."
Well,
stayed calm the whole time.
I mean, technically he was insinuating something against that guy.
Correct. It was the insinuation of, this is happening. You clearly know something, but you're doing nothing about it.
Well, I think it was the insinuation that he orchestrated Yuji to have to go up against a special grade, rather than there being somebody of special grade status to be able to take it on. I don't know exactly what he was insinuating, but he was insinuating that this guy had something to do with it.
Correct, but I don't. It's hard to tell yet if it was a mastermind situation or if like a more of like a supplier situation.
I don't think he was implying either. Again, the only implication I pulled out of it was that he said, "Hey, I saw your fingerprints on this." And then he went on about, the whole, the students are getting stronger than they've been in the past, and...
Then that we were also introduced to Mai, who is your favorite character, and Toto, who you hate.
I did really like Mai on the first go-around. Mai's a good character. What?
I agree. From what I've seen so far, Mai is a good character.
Yeah. Well, I'll also state that my understanding of Mai was based on a misunderstanding. So, but that'll come in its own time. We have, what episode are we on? 9?
9.
Yeah, so we have 16 more episodes into this season. So, and then a movie.
Then there was some fights that occurred that showed off various characters' strengths, abilities, some holding back. It was Todo versus Megumi, and we didn't really get to see Kugasaki? Or I don't know which name to use first.
The problem is you're looking at the board and I'm not, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobara.
No, there was Nobara. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobara versus Mai. That ended with like a started off with a gunpoint and then just a chokehold.
You know, I don't say her name all that often, so I don't actually didn't occur to me when you're talking about Nobara.
I'm guessing it's Kugasaki Nobara.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say Nobara is the name that I would use. Again, I just don't say her name, so it's never. I don't know. I just.
Well, because a lot of Eastern cultural stuff, and I don't know where it extends.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about first name, last name, and which comes first.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I would probably say Nobara. I just haven't said her name enough to have recognition of who you're talking about when you say any part of her name.
Then when they left, there was the reason given was to go to shake somebody's hand for 5 minutes who was like a pop star or something.
Idol.
Pop idol?
I think just an idol.
Which was the whole thing. Yeah. And this episode looks like there's going to be fun, dark fight stuff, and I think We don't know much more details other than a movie theater and expanded craniums.
Yeah, it's kind of like the text thing that we got at the. I can't remember the name of the episode. The episode that came before Cursed Womb Must Die.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Alright, well, I mean, anything else you want to add before we get into it?
No, nothing.
Well, I guess we just go ahead and get on into it then.
Let's do it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
This looks like the guy that was talking to Mahito.
でも僕のことを嫌いな人間が死ぬボタンなら迷わず押す
Hell of a thing.
すみませんすみません
I can't kill the people I don't like, but I would kill
すみません。
everyone who doesn't like me.
That's
ミミス人
the
間3大人1枚で
1800円です。
あはい
まもなく始まります。
私は長年医者として人の命を救う仕事をして
たらさ、そいつ5万も持ってんの。厨房のくせに。
最悪だ高
oh,
校生がサボって映画館来るなよ僕も
those are the people that died.
私は気づいたのだ。
ほんと最悪だ全然
It
内
is
容入ってこないそこそこの偏差値でもああいう人種はいるんだ
Super
よ
interesting
で、見た。
what the guy in the movie was saying.
翼が嘘ついて
He
る
says
って
here,
こと
you in
で
the
さ
audience who now, who know, if you know, you know.
理不尽。あ、
Mhm.
半額クーポン出てんじゃん。え、どこの？
ちょっとちゃんと閉めてよ。
くそあの女自分の立ち位置を僕で確かめて喜んでる
やっぱ見てんじゃん。
畜生言ってやる言ってやる言ってやる言ってやる翼さんは自分で思ってるほど可愛くないよ
Oh, snap!
それは3人とも分かってるそれでもチヤホヤもてはやすのは君がやらせてくれそうだから
Yep.
完全なる人間の
ダメダメ。全然やらしてくんねえの。あいつもダメだわ。
喋るな
翼だ。
電源を切れ
もしもし。なんだよ。
Yeah.
今、暇。
君たち
そうね。
マナーは守ろうね
At least it was quick, apparently.
全ては
Yeah.
完全なる人間の
Oh, I didn't realize they were in front of him. For some reason, I thought they were behind him the whole time.
No, in front.
なんだこれ
He's like, what the fuck?
It's like that 90s MTV animated cartoon series, The Head.
A little bit.
人いやこんなこと人にできるのかできたとしてそれは本当に人なのか
I mean, he walked in without anybody noticing him.
やったのが俺ならどうする
True.
責める彼らは君にとって特別だった
大丈夫大丈夫。食える食える。
ひでえ。かわいそうなっちゃってんじゃん。
That's messed up.
僕にも同じことができますか？
Well, there's that.
I may have called it somewhat correctly when I mentioned the idea of a prodigy.
Yeah, maybe. I just knew what he was talking about in the theater, so I chose not to read that. Instead, read what was going on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting stuff being said in the movie for the show. Like I said, people who watch the show
crazy
before,
motivation of the idea of the perfect human
is it?
applied to many things.
Like I said, I'm clearly not going to clarify because clarification would mean spoiling things. I think it's one of those like second watch through Easter egg sort of situations.
Mm.
I mean, given this is my second watch through, it does give me the opportunity to pay attention to the things I didn't pay attention to the first time. I just have to recognize that I didn't pay attention to them the first time.
And even with multiple watchthroughs of a thing, there's always something in a show that will surprise you every time you watch it.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't pointed out people in the opening yet. Since you seem to be so good with these people's faces, as to be able to point out twins that I can't point out.
しかも一人はガキだったでしょ。俺も詳しくは知らねえよ。でもお前も見たろ。あの仏さん。あれは人の領分を外れてる。
What? That's not natural?
見て見ぬふりしとけ。
That's what happens when you drink too much soda, you know?
見えますか？これが重力の。
No, that's what happens when you drink too much soda and then eat a Mentos.
いや全然見えない。それは見ようとしないからです。私たちは普段当たり前のように呪いを視認しています。術式を行使すれば痕跡が残る。それが残影。だが残影は呪霊などに比べ薄い。目を凝らしてよーく見てください。お、見える見える。当然です。見る前に気配で悟って一人前ですから。
Gotta love the tie.
Yeah.
褒めもけなしもしませんよ。事実に即し己を律する。それが私です。社会も同様であると勘違いしていた時期もありましたが、その話はいいでしょう。追いますよ。おっす、決まってこぜ。いえ、そこそこで済むならそこそこで。行きましょう。
Don't try too hard.
なんか噛み合わないな。打てど響かず。
今回僕は引率できなくてね。でも安心して信用できる後輩呼んだから。脱サラ呪術師の
Here we go.
健人君です。
その言い方やめてください。
呪術師って変なやつ多いけど、こいつは会社勤めてただけあってしっかりしてんだよね。一級呪術師だし。
他の方もあなたには言われたくないでしょうね。
グラさん、目隠してる人多いな。脱サラって、なんで初めから呪術師になんなかったんですか？
Why everyone's wearing glasses or covering their eyes.
はじめまして、虎杖君。
はい。はじめまして。
It could be a way to hide flares in energy.
呪術師はクソということです。そして一般企業で働き気づいたことは、労働はクソということです。
そうなの？
同じクソならより適性のある方を。出戻った理由なんてそんな。
I like that.
虎杖君、 私と五条さんが同じ考えとは思わないでください。私はこの人を信用しているし信頼している。でも尊敬はしてません。上のやり口は嫌いですが、私はあくまで規定側です。話が長くなりましたね。要するに、私もあなたを術師として認めていない。少なという
I mean, classically, nobody would. He doesn't cast any spells.
そう示すことに尽力してください。
俺が弱くて使えないことなんてここ最近嫌というほど思い知らされてる。でも俺は強くなるよ。強くなきゃ死に方さえ選べねえからな。言われなくても認めさせてやっからさ。もうちょい待っててよ。
いえ、私ではなく上に行ってください。
はい。
ぶっちゃけ私はどうでもいい。
はいはい。
He yells a whole lot.
Yeah, I think he's like the second favorite. I had to make a guess. I know he's very popular.
So far, I don't see it, but this is just first personality introduction.
Sure, but your favorite character is the principal, so I mean,
yeah.
Stop. こちらは私が片付けます。虎杖君はそちらのもう一体を。
There we go.
勝てないと判断したら呼んでください。
ちょっと舐めすぎじゃない、俺のことは。
舐める舐めないの話ではありません。
You haven't earned that yet.
私は大人で君は子供。私には君を自分より優先する義務があります。
ガキ扱いなら舐められた方が良かったよ。
君はいくつか視線を超えてきた。でもそれで大人になったわけじゃない。枕元の抜け毛が増えていた。
Okay, so what he does has something to do with polka dots.
そういう小さな絶望の積み重ねが人を大人にするのです。
the minor indignities of life. Like your favorite bread being sold out.
私の術式はどんな相手にも強制的に弱点を作り出すことができます。7対3。対象の長さを線分したとき、この比率の点に攻撃を当てることができればクリティカルヒット。私より格上の者にもそれなりのダメージを与えることができますし。
They never probably tell you you're wrong because he's just gonna fucking explain it.
Yeah.
聞いてますか、虎杖君。
俺に言ってたの。そういうのってバラしてもいいもんなの？
バレても問題のない術式、問題のない相手、またはバラすことでミスリード。
呪いに集中したいけど、話は聞かなきゃダメっぽい。
What am I supposed to be doing right here?
手の内を晒すという縛りが術式効果を底上げするのです。こんな風に。私からは以上です。
すんげえ。そもそも刀身がぐるぐる巻きなのに、その上峰打ちでぶった切った。
Doesn't need a sharp edge. I found the little weak point.
Huh?
よそ見は感心しませんね。
話しかけたのだーれ。
Here we go.
磁力はさ、遅れてやってくるね。絶対遅れて。
有事の瞬発力に磁力が追いついてない。磁力をとどめる技術も未熟だから奇跡に残りがち。それが逆に変則的な磁力の流れを作ってる。拳が当たったと認識した直後に磁力がぶつかってくる。つまり一度の打撃に二度のインパクトが生まれる。
It's funny to consider. Only in that there's an anime called One Punch Man, and Yuji is technically Two Punch Man. I mean, not technically, but
that makes sense.
なかなか狙ってできることじゃない。これは大きな武器になる。
That also means that it's possible that he becomes Three Punch Man at some point.
Well, that's what I said, not technically. Oh, this is bad.
そこに流れ込んでくる本命の呪力。やられる方は想像以上に嫌でしょうね。伸びしろもある。
One Punch Man's called One Punch Man because he beats everybody in one punch. Usually it's just funny to call him Two Punch Man because he punches you once and then you get punched a second time.
I could see Yuji eventually being able to go bang, boom, boom.
とどめは待ってください。これを見てください。私の相手を撮影しました。
呪霊ってこういうの映んないんじゃ。
落ち着いて聞いてください。私たちが戦っていたのは
人間だよ。いや、元人間と言った方がいいかな。映画館の3人と同じだな。呪術で体の形を無理やり変えられてる。
Oh.
That's what I was saying. This is bad because you see the one on the ground crying after Yuji punched it.
そればっかりは犯人に術式のことを聞くしかないな。ただ脳幹のあたりにいじられた形跡がある。おそらく意識障害、錯乱状態を作り出すためだろう。脳までいじれるなら呪力を使えるように人間を改造することも可能かもしれん。脳と磁力の関係はまだまだブラックボックスだからな。そうだ、虎杖は聞いてるか？
あ、うっす。
こいつらの死因はざっくり言うと体を改造させられたことによるショック死だ。
Mahito is like Dr. Frankenstein, from what I see.
履き違えるなよ。
はい。どっちもさ、俺にとっては同じ重さ。
He just makes multiple Frankenstein monsters.
それでもこれは趣味が悪すぎだろ。
I feel like you're still pulling from the movie stuff.
Of course. You mean the movie sign that's right behind them?
Well, I mean, more so the movie text, but I think just the funniest thing is that the stuff I was talking about from the movie text isn't what they're talking about now, or technically not what you're talking about. It's very important, but it's something that'll be talked about later. It's just funny that they talk about it in a movie that has nothing to do with what's happening.
共通認識のあるイフのイメージ。有名な妖怪や怪談ってことですか？
そう。トイレの花子さんとかキュービの妖怪。
Toilet Bound Hanako.
呪術師はそれらを特級仮想音量として登録し、警戒してる。
What do they call that one? Moaning Myrtle.
正体不明の強力な呪いも、とりあえず仮想音量としてカテゴライズするあたり、それしか見えてないって感じだよね。でも人々が常に恐れているのは、そんなおとぎ話じゃないだろ？
天才とか。
君との会話はストレスがなくて助かるよ。
いや、そんな。
人々は大地を、森を、海を恐れてきた。
Because they're so big and scary.
大きすぎるがゆえに、形を得る前に。
Yeah, I was about to say, you already know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
みんな誇らしい俺の仲間さ。
真人さんは 何の呪いなんですか?
Oh shit. Yeah, I never noticed that either.
俺は人が人を憎み、恐れた腹から生まれた呪いだよ。
No, there was a reveal from the character right there.
Oh.
Not the one who was talking, not Mahito. The other one that I don't think gets revealed again until later. So, another one of those paying attention to it, I would have learned it real early. There's your number 6.
Mahito is both Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster at the same time. I like it.
ただ被害者と関係があるとなれば話は別です。
呪詛師？
悪質な呪術師のことです。手順は伊地知君に任せてあるので、2人で吉野純平の調査をお願いします。
そういや俺、伊地知さん以外の補助の人知らねえよ。
まあ、虎杖君が生きてるって知ってるの私だけですから、必然的に。
We haven't told anybody yet.
そっか。行くぞー。
I wouldn't be surprised if nobody knew until the actual tournament thing.
もちろん、犯人はその気になれば残影なんて残さずに現場を立ち去れるはずです。私たちはまた誘い込まれています。単身乗り込むリスクと虎杖君を連れて行くリスク、前者を選んだまでです。彼はまだ子供ですから。
なんだ、先生。
虎杖君？
言い忘れてた。気をつけてね。
虎杖君、私は教職じゃないので先生はやめてください。
じゃあナナミン。
引っ叩きますよ。
So yeah, the implication that they've left an obvious trail, which means they're being lured in.
しばらく行っていないみたいですね。ここからは車を降りますよ。行きましょう。
I think it's a trap from both sides, and they're leading Glasses Guy to a dead end.
So yeah, I mean, real interesting episode. Now that it was, again, this was a second watch episode for me. There was a lot of added content. Well, there was a lot of added content of stuff I already knew, but way earlier than I knew that I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Stuff that gets revealed later that was surprising would have been less surprising had I paid more attention here.
It's rewarding either way, though, because now going through, you're seeing stuff that's like the plot being set up before it happens.
Oh no! I mean, that was a big thing. That wasn't second rewatch rewarding. That was, man, I was a dumbass. I didn't see that shit before. No, this was like not inherently super important to the plot stuff, but still shocking reveals later that would have been, I guess, less shocking to have noticed now. That's why I'm not saying what they are, so I can let you ride the train of either you noticed it or you didn't. At which point, if you bring it up later and I still remember this, I can be like, okay, well, this is the thing that I saw back then.
ジュジュ散歩。なあナミ、お出かけしよ
う。いえ、遠慮します。
いや、マジで大事な話があるんだって。
それは大変だ。
まだ何も言ってないよ。
He wants to tell him about the spirits thing.
Dick.
Yeah, it's fun.
Idle Transfiguration. Nope, I appreciate that right in the middle of you saying that he had something important to do, it all turned out to be a note with a picture and the words, dick.
Yeah. I think the idol we saw last episode is going to get turned into Moaning Myrtle.
What idol?
The handshake person.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You said idol, and I thought like Indiana Jones, grabbing the idol from the statue or something.
Mm-hmm. Idol transfiguration. I think this has been set up to be exactly that.
So you think it's wordplay? That this was an idol, but they're going to be idol? Recognize it was spelled
No.
IDLE, right? Idol, as in not
Correct.
doing anything.
So I think that what's actually happening is a setup to create a different thing to fight, which is that girl turned into a monster. Which is going to be why the Frankenstein-esque thing was shown. Because we're going to develop the multiple characters before we actually get to the fighting tournament.
Why the idol though?
Because wordplay, and they established that she's some form of idol.
Established she's some. I'm sorry. Are you saying the idol is the person that they've established to be some sort of idol?
Correct.
They've only been an idol. Are you thinking the idol is somebody else too?
Nope.
Well, you said they established she's an idol.
Yeah, because she had the people getting in line to shake her hand for 5 minutes.
Right. But that's all she ever was. I mean, they didn't establish she was an idol. She's just been an idol.
Uh-huh. So I think they're going to turn her into a monster.
I'm super confused by they established she was not. I was like, are you talking about the girl that the guys were talking about that they weren't going to bang?
No. The girl I'm talking about was not in this episode.
Right. No, I know you're talking about the idol. But I just don't know why are we pulling back to her?
I don't know why. It's just where my head is going.
She wasn't even in this episode.
I know.
There's other, let's call them NPCs. There's other, what would I call them? Background characters?
NPCs?
Well, no, because they're all NPCs. Not one of these is being played by somebody.
That's not true. There's background people. There's people who are pulling the strings on events. They're all being played
by somebody. But
yeah.
My point being is that there's a lot of characters that have gone unused so far. I mean, maybe it's the coach. Maybe the coach is going to be the bad guy. We haven't seen him in a while. Maybe Grandpa's not dead. Maybe Grandpa's going to get transformed.
I don't think so.
Maybe that Megumi's flashback girl is going to come back. We haven't seen her ever in flashbacks.
I think she will, but I don't think that she is the idol.
Maybe that fat guy that was in the background of when this kid was being bullied is going to get transformed.
Too obvious.
It's too obvious? But the idol, that's right on the money.
Yep.
I mean, maybe the girl who was giving out the tickets at the ticket booth, maybe she'll be... I mean, I don't know why. Literally, that idol had guards.
I know.
Remember, they even searched Mai for a gun.
But they can't see spirits that we know of.
I just can't. Here's my thing.
This is my theory.
I understand that. I'm just not even at this point poking holes. I just think it's insane. Like there's no tether, right? If I was the corkboard theory, right, where I'm putting faces up on the corkboard, there's no line between these two.
I'm fully aware.
Mahito has never messed with Toto on screen or Mai, and that they're the only people with any connections to the idol.
Fully aware.
Okay. I mean, I don't have much else to say. That's literally the only. That was the Occam's razor of this whole argument. There's no motive.
I know.
This was the detective story I'd have you right now on no motive.
I'm fully aware there's no motive.
Yeah.
I think that.
What was that? That
I'm
was
fully aware.
Carmen Sandiego. What's the 3 things you needed to do to get Carmen Sandiego? You need motive, evidence, something else. So I can't. I'm talking about the game show, Carmen Sandiego. Before you went to the final challenge and had to put those little things down on a giant map, which was, by the way, mathematically impossible to win, even though one kid did win. Is that you had to put 30 things down on a map to locate 38 places in 30 seconds, but you had to run back and forth to get the things to do it, so mathematically impossible to do. Before you did that, you had to solve the case by, Carmen was here, this was her motive, and this is what she told. Had to do all that shit. Sorry, I'm a big 90s Carmen Sandiego fan.
It's all good.
We're in the world's Carmen Sandiego, the cartoon, and we're in the world's Carmen Sandiego, the game show.
Glasses Man, I see why he is a popular character. And again, it's all... I like how they're showing training not being just like a linear go hit stuff.
Even though it was.
It's not. It's showing different methods of how to get... of what power is.
I mean, technically, his focus energy on this thing or you'll get punched was a punch or you'll get stronger thing.
So, Yuji is clearly an I hit stuff guy at this point. I'm sure that might change. But what Gojo is doing is he's showing him that there is no one way to succeed. There is no one mindset to succeed.
I guess. I mean, could argue, but this is because my argument would only be this is a shonen, and shonen means punching is typically the way through. But due to the power sets that this show invokes, of which we haven't scratched the surface yet, it's hard. It's a hard read. I would assume you're more right than anything else. So
that is on video. Thank you. I have no more comments.
I mean, it's on video pre-edit, so enjoy it when you can. You know me though. I'll forget to edit anything out. I'm sure there's plenty of video out there left where I've walked away from the screen and forgot to edit it off. So who the hell knows? Anyway, I believe that's your final thought there.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap up here then. I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We have been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?